And welcome everybody to the Kalispell Warhawks Teambuilder Dynasty on College Football 26. This is my little streaming side project where we're moving very quickly, doing some play the moments and building up this team for really the second time because, of course, this was my NCAA Football 14 team builder, but I've recreated them in College Football 26. And man, it is tough playing with this team here in this game. We have yet to win a single game. We have gone 0-12 and then 0-1 to start the new season. So clearly, we got to hit the recruiting trail, get some things right for this team, and see if we can get that first win today. So I do these streams live here on the channel. What's going on, everybody here that's already in the stream right now? Thank you all for being here. Recruiting 4 stars is still not really going to work out for this team right now. I put a few on the board that have already locked us out here during basically week 1 of recruiting. So I got to think about now who are the best players we could actually get. I have one player here, Richard Strong, this center. The ratings are basically all pass protection. 80 finesse, 83 power, 75 pass block. And yeah, playing with the pass protection here in this game is tough. Sliders, I'm playing on Matt 10's newest set today. And I helped him test a little bit over the weekend. So we will be taking a look at that once we get to our first game here shortly. Just making sure the recruiting board is mostly set up, as I do like RJ Haggins here as a target as well. You can see a lot of offensive linemen. Look at our needs right now. We only have 8 seniors. So the best part about this is that there isn't like a position that's extremely dire. Of course, we're going to lose a lot in the portal. That's the way it is this year. But we can really just try to find the best difference makers. And right now I am trying to upgrade the offensive line to give us more of a fighting chance in most of these games. I also put a couple more quarterbacks on the board here that we could look at scouting to see if they are at all better than Kyle Lane, who could be one of our targets. I'm going to go after a quarterback pretty much every year, especially in this era of the transfer portal, but I might focus on some other positions here in the short term. So DeMarcus Simons. You know, players seem to be less athletic, especially in the 3-star range in this game, but 87 speed, 90 plus acceleration. Definitely intrigued with that. I want to make him one of our main wide receiver targets. We got to keep bringing in good playmakers. Here we have 82 speed, 84 acceleration. This is Nick Daly, but I don't know about that speed acceleration being a huge impact. Miles Cherry, 88 and 87. Could be a decent target, but at least we have one good wide receiver option right now. Want to scout Levi Ramish, at least a little bit. 77 speed, that's not really going to wow you at tight end, but again, like players in general in this game just seem a little bit slower. 77 is a little bit better in this game versus last year's, and he has 62 run blocking. I think I already gave him a scholarship, so we're also going to go 15 points there at the least. Any 4s with no offers? If we take a look at the 4 stars out there, usually it's a limited list of those who will even listen to us. As far as no offers, yeah, I mean, there are some. And we're still very early in the year, so there are options that will still, like, these battles can develop here over time. But you guys want to go after a couple 4s and see if it works out? What position do you guys think? A lot of receivers are available. Just started my 5th season of my UAB Dynasty, watching the stream in the background. Love that. You having fun with it? Thoughts on 26 versus 25? So right now, I do think off the field, like, things are better in Dynasty and Road to Glory, but I'm feeling like I might like the gameplay more in 25, at least right now. We'll see if the slider sets make me change my mind, but I kind of think that 25 was, it hit a lot of the right notes. I think it was a faster game, and I think it felt a little more college-y than this game. I think there are some good things about the gameplay here compared to the last one, but I think as a overall whole, 25's gameplay is still pretty good to me, and I do so far prefer it. How did you manage to not throw a pick in 3 games? A little bit of luck. There were a couple dropped interceptions in there, but overall just not doing too much in the intermediate range. I think a lot of my interceptions have been kind of intermediate throws that I've forced and just kind of playing within my plan for the most part. All right, you guys want to try to go after a 4-star today? Let's see if we can go after a 4-star. Well, we have a quarterback here, Angel Murphy. The issue, too, is I'd like to pick somebody in a pipeline, but our pipelines are so limited. There aren't going to be a lot of top prospects from there to begin with. Yeah, look at our pipelines here. There's a short list of players who are actually in there, and none are willing to talk with us. So it doesn't matter that they're close to home or anything. Yeah, the trenches is where we're going to make the biggest difference. Like a 4-star offensive lineman, 4-star D-tackle if we can do it. But yeah, they're going after players in the trenches here. They're not hidden gems as much as they've been in some past games. 2 offers there. You got to know which battles you can actually win. Here's a center. I do have a pretty good center I'm going after right now, but we can put him on the board still. And yeah, there were so many receivers. Maybe it's just so competitive we can make it work. And if I had to pick a desired archetype, like route artist, just get open. So we can kind of go on a little side quest here and see if this goes well. I'm just going to put points into the Raheem Rich battle. And we'll check on this one next week then. Yeah, I've been looking at JUCO players in the Arkansas State series. It's where I found some decent gems, so it wasn't entirely like on purpose that I wanted JUCO players, but I am finding them. They're usually not as like teams don't show as much interest in JUCO players, generally speaking. And let's definitely get a look here at a couple of DBs in the 3-star range. Here's a JUCO, JJ Walls. Let's see if I can continue to have good luck here on the JUCO players. 90 acceleration, 74 press. Gonna get higher man than zone, but barely. And if we finish it off, you know, nothing really all that exciting, but when you need depth, you need depth. So we'll give him an offer, and we're gonna get to the field here. So last time I played, I went through the off season and wanted to see us have a chance at our first win, because we look like a much better team here in Season 2. And as you can see, we lose 21-16 to Louisiana Monroe in the Warhawk battle. Now, in the process there, 2 thrown by me, but 3 in the Super Simming. Marquise Walker had a very bad season debut. And you know what? If we are without a win in this series, and we have a 0-touchdown, 5-pick game, we are going to see what the other quarterback can do. So for at least a couple games, I'm giving an opportunity then to Austin Bradley today. He's going to start at least the first 2 games of the stream. He has better overall accuracy, but he's not a threat to leave the pocket or make any plays there. Like, behind this offensive line, it might not be a great fit, but keep in mind we're also doing play the moments, so a big part of what happens with the team is, you know, between the drives I jump into to play, what's happening. And last game, there were just too many turnovers. We're going to try to make a move. We do have a new running back this year. This is Darius McIver. He was a transfer from, I believe, Wyoming. And he showed a little potential for us in that first game. Has some receiving abilities. So he and Sammy Hawthorne are the two main running backs this year. Rashawn Brooks, Troy Evans. These two are the top receivers still. But then we had a transfer at tight end. This is Jerichus Hairston. And I was able to get him a few catches there in that first game of the year. And he has a lot more athleticism than the other tight ends that we had. So it opened some things up for us there. But we are still struggling trying to get that first win. Marcus Calhoun's doing all he can. Let's get into our first game. And here are the sliders. So Mat 10's V4 set. I might have some different like special team sliders and stuff, but overall this is the set that he's been working on and I helped out a little bit with. And I played on a game that was very similar to this set. He made a couple last second tweaks and then kind of finalized things, but I really liked what I played. I'm not usering on defense a ton. Like, you kind of have to a little bit, or otherwise the player just gets washed out of the play. So I just play D-line, and that's pretty much it. I'm cool just letting whatever happens there happen. And now I get to recruit again. Forgot that we'd just move on to the next week, and we can take a look and see, okay, where are the 4 stars? They weren't getting a lot of interest. Still not showing a lot here in old Kalispell, but I guess the situation hasn't gotten worse, at least. Want to scout Rico Gainwell. I think I'll do a lot of scouting here on DBs, like really trying to find the most athletic, highest upside players. If I can get a gem, that would be really nice. And I think here compared to Walls, you know, a tad more athletic, a tad more man coverage, a little bit more tackling. Maybe Rico Gainwell's a bit higher upside player. I'm going to give him an offer here, and we'll go 15 points. Great games in the last Arkansas State episode. Thank you for the super chat, Griff. Rucker is going to be fun to play with. Still having fun in my Madden 20 Broncos franchise. Didn't want to have to let Craycraft go, but kept Price, Michael Lewis, and Peppers my running backs. Yeah, that was so cool to see. Griff here had tweeted me over the weekend showing me what he was doing on Madden 20, which is, you know, the franchise I went the deepest in with the custom draft classes from Blackjack, and he's using those. It's super cool that they're still like helping out someone still having fun playing with those. I appreciate the super chat. Yeah, I love hearing about Mary and Peppers and some of those players I haven't gotten to play with in a long time, and Madden 20 is one of my favorites. You know, we had a good slider set that year. The game was fun. We went so far, and the draft classes are top-notch. One day, I'm going to have to play that game again in some form, and maybe it's a live stream project down the road. We'll see what happens, but I look back very fondly on my time with that game. And remember, I didn't start a new series in Madden 21 on the main channel. I just kept it right with Madden 20 and played it for a couple years straight, which is pretty wild to look back on, honestly. Yeah, I'm going to go in on more points here for Sydney Ivory as well. I want to really get this interior better, and I have a pass protector I'm looking into. Ivory's more well-rounded, but more importantly, just seems to have some solid run block ratings there. So that'll be our recruiting here for this week, but the search for win number 1 continues. Is this the day against Delaware? Let's go with throwback home here for the first Austin Bradley start. I appreciate that, CDC Gaming. Been with you a long time. Your vids make my day better. Having a fun stream with y'all makes my day better. So let's get the games underway. And I edited the depth chart before going live. Let me make sure it all held. And Bradley is starting. So it's his first career start here. And where did I just see the overalls for Delaware? They're a 50. This is like an FCS team. Which is ironic considering they were just an FCS team. But, I mean, right now is as good a week as any, right? Wow, we scored. And now we're inside the 10. I might have to do this simulating a little bit slower so I can see what's happening. But this looks like a really good beginning to the game, guys. First win on deck, maybe? Here's Bradley. Jump starting this team. We're going to go with McIver, and he just gets demolished. All right, second down and goal wide open. That's a touchdown. Sonny Archer and a 2-score lead just like that for the Warhawks. Finally, a little something here to cheer about. Let's, I do want to see exactly what had happened there. I think I just saw that Cam Davenport had an INT. So, yeah, Bradley already has 2 touchdown passes. He's 5 of 6 for 72. Touchdown to Troy Evans there in the simulating. And then we had picked up an interception from Cam Davenport right afterwards. Looking like a good, fresh start for this team. Let's continue on looking for a moment. Yeah, why? Delaware wearing their home uniforms? Why? Another red zone trip at the 6-yard line. This game is the gift that keeps on giving. We have never had a 3-score lead in this dynasty, ever. All right, we got motion. And one-on-one there, a touchdown, a third of the day for Austin Bradley. Another one to Sonny Archer. Not often this team has anybody get a multi-touchdown game. And here we are, 21-0. Vaughn Soto with the extra point. That's right, our new kicker, Vaughn Soto. What do you know about him? Suddenly, this is looking really nice. In this universe, does Austin Bradley back up Eli Manning in New York? Man, the whole script might flip. Marquise Walker was the best quarterback in the first iteration of the Dynasty. Ooh, we got 3rd down and 5. And we should get it there. Rashawn Brooks. Then 15 to Hairston. Come on, let me back in here. 3rd down and goal from the 24. I'm going to pick a different play here. I thought I might pick a play and it switches me to the second quarter immediately. Now let's go with one of these. Yeah, 4 drives in the first quarter does not happen often like this. Come on, Troy. Right there! Man, we're a new team today. This is fresh. I couldn't run the ball too well first couple tries. I want to get back to that. And McIver, there we go. That's going to be a rushing touchdown this time. You know, I thought our first win would be a game in which it was like a game-winning drive, some sort of grind, but I think we're going to win this game. They are not doing anything, but they're like a 50 overall team. And I just played, you know, the first game of Arkansas State against an FCS team, and those teams, like, they give them an overall. It's like low 50s. It might actually be higher. Oh, off the hands of Brooks. That one is not going to get us points. And every like CPU handled drive, we're just moving the ball. Moving the ball without issue. All these hot streaks. This ain't normal. Hit Brooks. He's open. Diving in. Touchdown, Kalispell. Yeah, I don't think we have to really play a whole lot more of this then. It's 35-3. We're going to skip some moments here. 42-3. Yeah, I'll jump in here. I wonder if they've put in the backups yet. All right, that's still Bradley. We can definitely sub the second team in, but let's get Darius McIver another touchdown as the Warhawks approach 50. Yeah, let me go mass subs. It's not there in the depth chart option. Mass sub starters. Wait, this will insert your starters at every position. No, I don't want you to put the starters in if they're out. All right. Let's sim to the end. 49-10. Can we hit 50? Not quite. But we're going to take that first win here with Kalispell as an absolute domination of the Delaware Blue Hens. Joe Flacco is in tears right now, looking at what's happened to his program against our little team builder here in Kalispell. So we rack up 499 yards of offense, 4 touchdowns, 1 pick for Bradley. Ultimately, Walker didn't play. I wanted to sub in the backups. I don't know why it didn't do that. But McIver, 104 on the ground with 3 touchdowns. Rashawn Brooks goes over 100. I'm also seeing the injury icon next to him. Evans, 92 and a score. Archer with 2 scores. But we're going to have to check on the injury. Marcus Calhoun, Cam Davenport, they had interceptions. All right, that is already a success. We could stop the stream right here, and it's a successful day. Level 8. You should play every team with a blue bird mascot. Kansas up next. Just make a whole conference of bird teams. Oh, this is our next game. Our reward for winning is being fed to the gators at the swamp. All right, I suppose. Who's ready for a reality check? Oh, come on. Top receiver, Rashawn Brooks, tears his hamstring after that game. So suddenly it's Troy Evans, Sonny Archer, and us scrambling without our wide receiver 1. That is tough. As we'll send Austin Bradley into the swamp. And let's see here. Yeah, that last game was on Heisman. It's one of those games where it's like, man, that's feeling a little easy. But I guess on paper, we're like 18 overall better than them. Let's get to recruiting. You won, but at what cost? You know, the sacrifice that Rashawn Brooks made will not be forgotten. We got that first win. That's not too bad. Troy Evans broke his back and ended his career week 3 of year 1 for me. Are there career-ending injuries? Week 3 of year 1? I've never seen a career-ending injury. The last game I think that they were in was like Madden 13 or 25. At least that I've actually seen one. And usually it's just someone sending me a screenshot because I haven't had that happen to me since I was a kid. One time I remember playing on the PS2 and Mike Vick had like a broken vertebrae or something and he was done for his career. Well, look at that. Do we have a chance here at a couple 4s? At least Raheem Rich is paying attention to us. Let's see. He is the 45th ranked receiver in the country, and right now just kind of going overlooked. Can we catch a big break there and maybe get lucky? Yes, they're in the game. Really? There is career-ending injuries. I ended the quarterback from Wisconsin in my Ohio State Dynasty. Man. Here's another 10 for the first win. How long do you plan on taking the A-State Dynasty this game cycle? And I think the Iowa State win is bigger than any I got while playing there. Good job. So with the Arkansas State Dynasty, I'm still hoping to go, pretty far into the future. I don't want to be still playing the Dynasty in March or April of next year necessarily. I want to start getting these series a little more contained. If I had to design it perfectly, I'd wrap it up around the time the college football playoff is going on. But I think that the pace I'm going to move at, I'll have a chance to get through, I don't know about 9 years like in Buffalo. We'll see what ultimately, this format does. But I'd like to go at least 6 or 7 and truly build the team up. So I'm excited about it. That last episode was kind of one of my first of putting together the kind of videos I think that series is going to, really have a lot of. And I enjoyed it quite a bit. I really had a good time putting it together. That's why I wanted to scout him the extra 10 points. I'm still interested, but if he were a gem, I would have put more points into the battle. Ideally, we find more and more gems. I like the multi-game episodes. I'm glad. I know it's going to be a little bit of getting used to for many, especially long-term viewers, as that's not really been something I've done a lot of over the years, but it definitely feels like a necessary move these days. Especially just with, the way YouTube landscape has changed a lot. I feel like the shorter but super long series with many episodes unfortunately doesn't perform the way it once did. All right, so you guys ready to go and see Florida in action now? Let's get to it. What do the expectations become now in Season 1? We got the first win in Week 2. Now, what's my goal? You had a career-ending injury in Madden 16? Yeah, they just seem to be... They're obviously rare, but, so rare I haven't had one happen to me in, my entire YouTube career. Okay, here's one, guys. Have you had a career-ending injury in a simulated game? Because, I do a lot of simming and stuff like that. I feel like maybe it's more likely to happen in-game. No, DJ Lagway's still here, too. This is going to be awful. All right, guys, we're playing. the moments. And they got us here, man. Bradley's moving the ball with this offense, it seems. We are at the plus 38, but it's 3rd and 10. And we do not have Rashawn Brooks. And we're cold. Everybody's freezing here in Florida. Never seen anything like it. There we go. Oh, come on. I thought that was going to be a first down. Whoa, 27 to Sonny Archer. Austin Bradley's kind of getting it done here. 17 on the ground for McIver. Get me in there. Let me play the end of this drive. Dump this one to McIver. Let's get us... Okay, so Weathersby is in the game. He's one of our new receivers. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. As I'm trying to exit the pocket, I remember exactly who our quarterback is. Bradley's not going to be able to handle that. So, here is Vaughn Soto. Quiet, please. Soto! No! Just inside the left upright. Kalispell cannot grab the first points. All right, got the Gators driving here. They're going to throw our defense on the field now. Why are we so wore out? There's a handoff. Oh, he just juked out Marcus Calhoun. Look how fast he is. Touchdown, Florida. I'm like, we have a chance to make the play here. And then our best player just has his ankles broken. All right, Florida's driving again. This is more of what I expected, playing a whole lot of defense. Ooh. That was a backwards screen, and it won't be a first down this time for Florida as they will kick a field goal. Is that a Fall Guys PlayStation picture in the back? No, that's Astrobot. Field goal for Florida. They show us how it's done. And then we go 3 and out. Can't move the ball. Ooh. Okay, they just scored like a 60-yard touchdown, and they're going to give us a 2-minute drill and say best of luck. Oh, yeah, I've played the newest Astrobot game. I absolutely loved it, platinumed it. Probably my favorite platformer of all time, like, quite easily. It's so good. Not easy getting completions here, guys. Airmailed it for Hairston. Congrats on the sponsorship. Thank you. I appreciate all the support I got. You know, it's interesting to see, you know, like the comment sections here. I know sponsorships and stuff are not super popular, but I really do appreciate y'all, you know, understanding that this is a business for me, and it's important to, you know, do sponsorships from time to time. And I've always been very selective, and I try to work with, you know, only companies, products that I really enjoy And so the Control Freak one was a really good opportunity for the channel. Man, a couple catch in traffic situations on that drive that didn't go our way. You can feel how badly we're missing Rashawn Brooks right now. And it's 31-0. Like, are we going to score? I like the multiple games per episode, too. For your 1 game per series, I'd only watch the first and the last few minutes. Yeah, as I got to thinking about it more, too, like, in terms of just, like, being a watchable series for more, it's like asking people to spend like 8 hours watching a full season, like maybe is part of why the series haven't grown a lot, and a format change might end up being very good overall. And as I've like sped up a lot of my series, like I've found that I really enjoy it, and it's an enjoyable pace that maybe even helps tell stories a bit better, because pacing is ultimately a part of storytelling. So it's kind of been good the last year to explore this stuff. All right, we got 4th down here, moving the ball. Barely got it there. The Troy Evans, 73 yards passing now for Austin Bradley. I really want them to clean up some of the play the moments logic here, because like just let me play the rest of the drive after that 4th down. Just I get that I can tell it to stop skipping ahead, but the whole idea behind the play the moments thing is that it helps guide me through, but it could do a better job. I absolutely agree with that. Yeah. Acidic here says that I predict it'll be much easier to follow the storylines when they develop over a 7-video season versus a 15. I definitely agree with that. Over the middle, and Bradley, man, I don't know if you've been working out or what's going on, but he has overthrown so many balls. Just get us on the board. Vaughn Soto. It's good. If he could do the Soto shuffle, though, it would make my life. After a made field goal, I'd be so happy. Been watching you since your Browns rebuild. I've been hooked ever since. Love that you're willing to try different things and evolving the channel. You should be an announcer one day. I appreciate that. Yeah, I think that the main channel hasn't really evolved a lot over the years. I've had a formula I've more or less stuck to and refined. But to finally be making a greater change, you know, is kind of refreshing. And I've known for a long time, like I've wanted to figure something out. And this is, you know, kind of my first try at really changing things up a little bit. So Sal Weathersby here has been getting some more snaps. That speed is just scary. Bengal is wild for streaming full seasons one sitting. He does a good job of it. I like those long videos he puts out. Yeah, those are a grind though. And he's doing play the moments for that kind of thing, but he's definitely putting in a lot of work and effort with those. Oh, fit it in there. What a catch, Troy Evans. I got Marquise Walker in now just to, you know, finish out the game and get a few more reps with him. I'll play out a drive here and we'll move on to the next one. Looking for Hairston, but it never gets there. kind of hit the wrong button there. That's okay. I got hit that time. Trying to go to the wrong guy. 3rd down and 10. And, oh, man. Yeah, get me out of Florida. We are not built for this right now. I'm also not sure I love this playbook. I do think, like, stylistically, it's a good fit for this team in the way, like, I envision them playing in, like, year 1 of the NCAA 14 version. But I'm just not a huge fan of the pass game portion of it, and I need maybe a few more options. All right, we're just going to sim this one to the end. We knew we'd get blown out. Locked in while at work to pass through the last 2 hours before I can hop on my own Middle Tennessee Dynasty. He's over there balling with Nicholas Vadiato. Y'all enjoying Dynasty for those of you playing college football 26? Already had a few messages from people that have been playing in the background and whatnot. 7 for 29. Oh, my God. Is that a batting average or a completion percentage? Oh, we way past that, Kane. Year 2032. Oh, man. Oh, man. Now it's a Power 2 conference. The Big Ten has 42 teams. So it can't get a lot worse than that for Austin Bradley, right? We just need him to bounce back in this next game. He helped us get our first win. That's going to give him a little bit of a leash here. Really enjoying Dynasty already in year 14 with 4 national championships with the Longwood Lancers. Got a little team builder project over there then. That's cool. How are, I saw someone before the stream had said something about like team builder crashing a lot, and who knows if it happens here for us. But I have not yet had a crash with team builder. Has anybody else had an issue? Or for those of you that have played team builder, what's your experience been? Hoping we can avoid that. That kind of does detract from the experience. When the game crashes, you lose progress. Never fun. Haven't had mine crash in 14 seasons. That's good news. I play every game, and in year 5, it's been good. I stink at Dynasty. Better stick to streams. You'll get there, Jay. You'll get there. Hey, don't be... And don't think that you have to always start with the worst teams. Like, this is for, you know, the type of people who have played these games for a very long time. It's sometimes the best way to have fun and get a challenge. But, I mean, back in the day, I was not that. Gary, what have I missed? We got our first win. We dominated Delaware. They're like a 52 overall. It was the perfect matchup for us to finally get a win. And even in recruiting here, we found a couple overlooked 4-stars that are looking pretty good for us, at least right now. So recruiting is not in too bad of a spot. Come on. Reconsider, Levi. Serious? While we're at it, I want to start scouting these other quarterbacks and see if they're a better fit than Lane. 80 throw power there, I think, is a deal breaker. At least 83, 84. So I already got to take Enrique Beaver off the board there. We'll scout Kareem Babineau more so in the next week. But yeah, like when I started playing franchise, I typically just play with the Vikings. Sometimes I would do like a fantasy draft, but like I remember, you know, when I was first playing franchise as a kid, I would start this dynasty. I don't know how many times I started this exact franchise, but I would pick the Vikings, and I would then make my second team the Rams, and I would trade Dante Culpepper and Robert Smith, who already are good quarterback and running back combination on my favorite team. I would force trade them for Kurt Warner and Marshall Faulk, because then my team would be even better. Delaying the inevitable. Oh, the issue, too, I couldn't even do Marlins because, like, the next thing for me is postseason. I'm just going to skip this moment. I want to get a little bit further into the game. All right, so San Jose State is currently up. Looking here at a 7-0 game, and we got third down, trying to keep them from going up 2 scores early in this game. Yeah. Attacking the cover 2 perfectly, and now Marcus Calhoun is down. Come on, internet, go out again. Oh, game audio, my bad. You could play Test Drive Eve of Destruction on the PS2. That's a very specific request. I'm actually not familiar with that one. If I wanted to play a PS2 era racing game right now, it might be Flat Out. Get him. Oh, Burnout 3 takedown. Come on. I mean, that is maybe the best PS2 racing game there is. You want to see what I can grab here? Right from where my seat is as I go down 14-0 to San Jose State. We could play a little Burnout Revenge. This game is absolutely legendary. Burnout 3, very good. Revenge, very good. Plays well on the Series X. You could open up 1,000 CS cases. Man, the last time I opened a random microtransaction was probably like something an Ultimate Team like close to a decade ago. Sit down. No, I've had so many passes batted. Our line just looks small in comparison, I tell ya. Give me a drive here. Give me a drive. It's my turn. I need to introduce my 14-year-old brother to Burnout. It is your duty to at least point him in the right direction of one of the greatest racing franchises of all. Unfortunately, I think our chance to get a new Burnout was with the Burnout Paradise remaster, and for that to do well enough to warrant a new game. And that remaster was like 7 years ago. Need for Speed isn't even in a good spot right now. I don't know what EA's even doing on the racing front. F1? WRC? Never played a WRC game. Man, if we could just get like 3/4 of a second pass protection here, it would be a different world. All right, check this out. It's going to take a while, but Troy Evans is in motion. That takes 16 years, but then you get it out to him, and Evans is in space. Trying to make this a game, guys, that's all. Who are you thinking for the Madden rebuild? So the teams that sound interesting to me that I also haven't rebuilt recently would be like the Steelers, Jets, Colts, maybe Carolina. We'll see. I like adding skill players. They have a lot of them. The Jets have some. Everybody's got skill talent, so it's hard to find the like most ideal fits. Because I've already done Tennessee lately. I've done the Saints lately. I've done the Raiders. I did the Jaguars. I've done the Giants pretty recently. He's open. And that is a great touchdown as he lands on a Spartan defender. Everett Whitfield with a cool touchdown. That should be worth an extra point. Everett Whitfield. Get up there, big man. That view wasn't good enough. Landing on him there. He's not even officially down until he falls off. Patriots. Yeah, I could say the Patriots are interesting. I just don't know if I'll actually pick them. Last year would have been a good year. I don't know. I do have to think a little bit out of the box, though, just to keep thinking of teams that I haven't gotten a chance to use. Touchdown, San Jose State. Oh, I missed a super chat. That's my bad. Backup plan. An overall look at the league as a whole in Marlins Dynasty. A brief rundown of each team's roster. That's a good backup plan right there. That's a great backup plan that I hope we do not need to use. I know that that's been something a lot of people have wanted to see, like what else is going on in the franchise. I think that's a really good, like, end of episode kind of thing to do, and maybe in the next off season, it'll be a good time in spring training to see what each team kind of looks like. Or at the end of the first episode of season 6 or 7. Shoot. We're in the postseason of year 6. Get him. Spinning catch. That's Troy. McIver inside the 5. Would you go back to the Dolphins since that series never panned out? So I would totally do the Dolphins again, but here's my issue. I don't want to do the Dolphins right now because I have done 2 Miami series in the last year. So my main dynasty, or my main franchise on the second channel is not going to be another Miami series. I want to get to a new fan base and city. But Miami would be a pretty cool fit as well. Touchdown, by the way, for Sonny Archer. We got a game here. Kind of like our fight song. Seahawks. I would probably consider them. I'd like to take a look at their roster and see if they make sense. I've been wanting to find an excuse to play with Seattle for a long time. They've usually been too good. I kind of said screw play the moments. I'm just going to find the moments I want to play. How's that sound? All right, I'm going to jump in right here. It's 27-14. A lot of work to do. But if we can cut this to a 1-score game, we could make the fourth quarter a little interesting is all. Yeah, who are the highest rated players on Seattle going to be in the new game? Probably Witherspoon, Kenneth Walker. I can see JSN being pretty high rated overall. Oh boy. Dude, as soon as I try to move with Bradley, it's like he fights me and says, no, I can't. I can't get away from this spot. I'm standing in wet cement right now. 3rd down and 16. Come on. Find a way. You have to have a better strategy than hope. Hope is not a strategy. Yeah, Leonard Williams, Charles Cross. Leonard Williams might be their 2nd highest rated player. Intercepted Marcus Calhoun. Wow. Marcus Calhoun says we're not going to lose anymore. I've never actually been to Montana, Zach. I'd love to see some of the national parks and the scenery there, because I've never really seen anything quite like what's up in that region. Oh my, Bradley just scored on you. That is embarrassing. Peyton Manning, naked bootleg against the Cowboys. Level embarrassing right there. But yeah, I feel like I have to make it my mission to go to Kalispell actually sometime. Just walk right into the center of town and plant a Warhawk flag, and I'm out of there. You got to be careful. Like, just going like half power on the extra points here in this game, because I had one blocked with Arkansas State. I think I've had a couple close calls, and those are going to stick in my head. All right, so let's see what our next big situation here in this game is. 26 yards, probably right here, trying to keep them from adding on. Update on Marcus Calhoun. Well, he caught an interception, and he's right here. He's right there for us. Let's improve the lighting here in this room right now. Cortland Sutton, 4-year, $92 million extension. A couple years ago, I assumed that his next deal would be elsewhere, and man, that was a good play call right there. All right, so now can we keep him out of the end zone and make this a 2-score game the rest of the way? If they get a field goal here, score, stop, score gets us a win, right? That's all it takes. But then Bo Nix happened. Exactly. Oh, nice job. What I'm probably going to do when the stream is over is I can go in the editor and I'll just cut out that dead period that had like all the internet issues. So if you're watching this back after the fact, it should be a lot better. That was a nasty touchdown. Wow. On a little swing pass. Under pressure, just trying to get it out to somebody. Cam Davenport, man. Those ankles are in rough shape. Tyrone Brightful in this game would be incredible content, because the CPU, they love to hit the spin move. Should I be doing more spin moves? Is it just good overall? Like, I don't really spin a lot. I feel like that hasn't been a great move in a while. Maybe like Madden 20, I like to spin. Deion Price spin moves were OP. I know y'all know what I'm talking about. Beauty. Right there. What stadium is this? It's like generic 3. It was like the most Kalispell stadium I thought I could find there in Teambuilder. Nice running McIver. Work better for the CPU than the user unless you have spin cycle. Yeah, you think many players on this team have spin cycle? Sunny. Keep in mind, we are without Rashawn Brooks. If you're catching this, you know, not right away when I started streaming, we won our first game in dominant fashion, but Rashawn Brooks is now done for 6 weeks. That is a pass. I'm glad so many are still interested in this after close to 2 weeks where I didn't get to stream this. Was wanting to a lot last week. I was a little sick on a couple days that kind of threw off my week a little bit, so I was playing catch up on other stuff to make sure that got out. Not sure if you could tell in one of the last Johnny Sampson videos, but I was starting to get sick, and then like after that video I was like, yeah, I'm cooked. Helps with the wait between the episodes of Arkansas State Dynasty. Yeah, I hope that we can have a nice little 2 Dynasty setup here with a stream or 2 every week. I don't imagine my Arkansas State videos will be as often posted like in Buffalo, where last year I was just doing everything I could to post as many of those as possible. Like I was posting usually like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and it was 1 game each in most cases. So my kind of thought with the Red Wolves series is that if I can get 2 videos up a week and they each have 2 videos, I'm at a faster pace. That gives me like 4 games of progress a week to kind of target. And maybe there are weeks where I do a 3-game video or a 3rd video manages to make it out. I really have to see what it's like doing this on a more regular basis before I know for sure. Got him, Sonny Archer. I have grown as a quarterback. I took a look at Sonny, took a look at the rest, came back to Sonny. I'm like, yep, you're still the best option for this spot. Actually had some time to throw there. 4 touchdowns, Austin Bradley. I'm not going to go for it here. I'm going to try. Well, I guess I'm going to go up 6. If I went for 2 and made it, I could survive a field goal. But I'm going to kick it deep here. And if they got a field goal, I mean, we're probably screwed in terms of timeouts anyway. So 34-28, guys. Kalispell hoping for 1 break to go their way defensively. Wow, he just said that I went from playing like Jameis to Brady. Am I in my Tom Brady phase? If I get a chance to win this game and I screw it up, though, I'll never be Tom Brady. I got to get the stop here. Jet touch pass. No, no, this is not... Stop the clock, though. Who is Johnny Sampson? I only know your Joe Book Road to Glory series. Come on. I love the way these sliders are playing, by the way. Matt, if you're watching, which you're probably not right now, it's playing pretty well. And Calhoun. All right. They got Dobnak too? They traded for Randy Dobnak? That's hilarious. Most of you that aren't, if you're not a Twins fan, you probably don't even know who Randy Dobnak is. Unless you've seen his mustache before and you're like impressed by it. That's funny. 3rd and 2. Last chance to get the ball back. We try to crowd and pinch, and we're getting that football with no timeouts, but we're still getting it. Enrique Jimenez, a catcher prospect. Interesting that Twins have cut 2 catchers in the past week. So I had that thought in my head, like, if they make a trade, I wonder if they'll add a catcher. He tried to cut outside. Great job getting off the block. Absolutely beautiful job by Otis Frazier, one of the defensive leaders for this Kalispell defense. 48 seconds. No timeouts. But one dream. Troy Evans on the run back. Cuts back. Now works out to the 38-yard line. Little bit easier getting that return, right? Holy smokes, it's getting crazy in here. They're in man up 3 deep already. Back to pass. Open! No, he's not open! It's picked! He got me! He got me! I thought I had it. Jameis is back. Wow. His eyes are now on the quarterback. Oh, no. Oh, no. Why did you ever compare me to Tom Brady? Oh, man. This is fun. I gotta tell Matt. I would have thrown that pick too. I mean, he did come out of absolutely nowhere. Emerged out of Glacier National Park. And just all of a sudden took the football. I really thought I had it there. And also, like, this punt return, I was starting to lose my mind because I thought we were about to maybe house this thing. Troy Evans on the fly. Cut back here. When I get through this lane, I'm like, whoa, I wasn't expecting this space. Dude, this was fun. That was so fun. I gotta keep going. Yeah, it does get hard in this game to fully see the full width of the field. That's why I see some of these, like, wide formations, you know, and I'm like, how do you do that? Is your peripheral vision stronger? Did you guys know apparently the T-Rex could see 6 kilometers away clearly? And as humans, we can see like 1. Was watching a Tyrannosaurus Rex documentary last week. It really just reminds you that if the T-Rex were still around, you wouldn't stand a chance. All right, recruiting. Richard Strong. We're in good shape there. We're in good shape there. That guy flew in from Saskatchewan for that pick. I know. How'd he make it through the border so fast? I mean, he wasn't there, and then bang. At least we all agree that most of us would have thrown that pick. That's a lot of solidarity you guys are showing me right now. That's wild. That's true loyalty. I would have thrown the pick too, Kane. Thank you. But yeah, we might have a chance here at getting our first 4-star. I'm not even scouting him. It'll just be a complete surprise. How good is Raheem Rich? How good is Dalton Cone? Maybe I should at least get a little bit more on Cone. Because now this is looking like it's going to work. Oh, now you like us again. I'm never going to win a game again. The set is fun, man. We just had one of the best games involving San Jose State that anyone's ever seen. That was an amazing finish to the game. All right, guys. Next up, Colorado State. Pretty even matchup on paper. I'm excited about this Mountain West clash. The whole LA Rams crossed with Shrek vibe is interesting. Inspo for the jerseys. You know, Blackjack is the one who really... he created the original jerseys in Teambuilder. The new set, I just took the same color scheme and worked within whatever Teambuilder had, which weren't a lot of, not a lot of templates, not a ton of customization there, unless you are making assets and adding them in, which I don't really have the skills to create meshes like that for uniforms. I could handle creating the text in the end zones. I made that. All right, let's see if we can score early in this one, guys. YouTube hid this from me for much too long. That is a shame. We are suddenly having a pretty good time here. Thank you all for coming to the stream. Pop outside, Sonny. Let's go. Archer, touchdown. We score first. And a lot of Sonny Archer touchdowns today. Blackjack still streams over on Twitch. I don't think he does a whole lot with sports stuff anymore. Took a lot of time because he really... He was someone who would only give like, 138% if he was going to do any of those projects. And that's why they were so good. But it is taxing and time consuming for sure. All right. Wow, we got the ball again. Why don't we jump in here and see if we can go up by 2 possessions? You and him really made my high school years fly. I appreciate that. I love working with Blackjack. We made for a really, really good team. Cut up, cut up. This is going to get picked. I had a vision for what Troy was going to do there. And I should have just not done that. Also, like, I'm playmakering super late because I keep forgetting I have to hold left trigger to playmaker and redirect those receivers. Because now if you flick the right stick, but when you're scrambling, you'll just juke, which I'm a fan of because now we have the ability to make defenders miss while we're scrambling. Gives us more of another option in the tool belt for this game. Jameis has full control again. Y'all don't forget that Jameis does have a 5,000-yard, 30-touchdown season on record. Don't ask about the interception column. Still the most, like, video gamey stat line I've ever seen in real life. 5,000 yards, 30 touchdowns, 30 picks. Like, the hardest part of all is throwing 30 picks and not losing your job before you've reached 19. Who was his backup? We're talking about pre-Brady, pre-Kyle Trask. Was it Blaine Gabbert or something? Nice. He's one of the funniest players I've ever seen in my life, Drake. Pressure. Whoa! That Joey Daniel, where did that come from? Look at our red zone defense. Gabbert was Brady's backup. Did he come in around the same time? I don't know who backed up Jameis during that season. Fitzpatrick. I'm trying to, like, line it up the years because Fitzpatrick was with the Jets. What was the year the Jets were good, but they didn't make the playoffs? Like, 10 wins. That's off the upright. Was it 2015 or 16 where Fitzpatrick almost brought the Jets to the postseason? Ryan Griffin was the backup. Okay. Yeah, I don't think we've ever really seen Griffin get on the field anywhere. Yeah, I thought 15 was the Jets' good season with Fitzmagic. Who has the current longest NFL playoff drought? Is it the Jets still? Because what was their last playoff season? 2010? Because they were really good, or... No... What was the year? I know the Dolphins have had a drought. No, the Dolphins were in a couple years ago, right? Dolphins for a win. Yeah, because the Dolphins are really good. Whatever year they should have beat the Packers and ended their season, but they didn't. They made the playoffs that year. The Dolphins have a playoff win problem, yeah. Dolphins haven't won a playoff game since 2000. And I basically started watching football during the 2001 season, I think it was. So I have never seen a Dolphins playoff win. Other than maybe a classic Super Bowl on YouTube. Any Jets fans in the chat? I'm glad that the injury to Justin Fields wasn't significant. That was a good throw there. They're 7 for 16 in the air. Our pass defense is giving them some fits. You think Mahomes will get his first regular season win against Indy this year? That is such a weird stat to ask about, but I certainly think he could. Wow. Wow. So that helps explain the completion percentage. That was not close. Want to take a guess who the Dolphins quarterback was last time they won a playoff game? I would have to think it could be Dan Marino if it was pre-2000. I'm not sure I can name many Dolphins quarterbacks pre-2000 either. Brian Greasy? Or no, was that Bob Greasy who played for the Dolphins? Yeah, Bob Greasy stopped playing in 1980. Jay Fiedler? Oh, yeah, it was in 2000. I kept thinking prior to 2000. I remember Jay Fiedler. I probably still have a Jay Fiedler card around here somewhere. Jets fandom is pain. I think the worst part is that the Venn diagram of Mets and Jets fans is just one big circle. And it's been a while for y'all. Bang, touchdown Colorado State. All right, give me this little 2-minute drill and see if I can put something together. Clark, good run back. Being a Jets, Mets, Nets fan must be a nightmare. Well, do we have any testimonials here from fans that can describe themselves? Is that trifecta? I wanted the slide. Oh, I already got like 20 yards and I was so greedy. I am throwing this game right now. I finally get a chance to run ahead there with Bradley. Defense just saved the day. Whoa. Are we actually having a chance at still getting points here in the half? Okay. Okay. I'm going to stop turning the football over. Open! Yes! You can't drop that! Yeah, you can't forget about the Minnesota sports pain around here, especially with me. Oh, come on, Takeoff. Justice Takeoff, I think is his name. How about you take off the field because you just threw this whole drive for us. I can't have you be the primary read on the next play, too. Bang. That's called Sonny Archer. Ah, Kirk Cousins reunion. Only in case of injury would I be interested. I'm happy with the new era. That was kind of a reckless little play there to try to get a jump ball off, but I'm going to do it again. I got 7 seconds. Who would you throw a jump ball to? End zone, and he could not bring it down. That's Nick Whiteheart, the freshman receiver. And now we're going to kick. Was that kick meter large enough for y'all? Yeah, you hold square to spike the ball. I should like purposefully do that again sometime just to try to hard code that to memory because I've rarely ever actually done it. Sonny Archer's wide receiver 1. All right, Colorado State down 3. Kind of want to focus more on the fourth quarter the rest of the way. Let's see if we can get this stop. Don't let them take the lead, guys. They do. Touchdown run for Jalen Dupree. And we went nowhere. What happened on our drive? Ooh. Good field position. Fourth quarter. I don't want to forget about the run either. Like, I haven't ran the ball as much as I should. No Sammy Hawthorne sightings today. We've been focused on Darius McIver. 3rd and 1. That gives me a down to play around with, right? Yeah, you like that San Jose State game, Matt? There were some really good plays in there. Oh, no. McIver loses one, and now it's 4th down. All right, we trail by 4. They're showing some heavy pressure here. And they bring it. Nice! He snags it. Troy Evans. Yeah, I've loved playing with the set today so far. And we've seen like a whole variety of team calibers already. We've played a 50 overall team, an 80 overall in Florida. Now a more even matchup. I think San Jose State would be high 60s, low 70s. And I feel like all the levels have been respected. That was a pretty rough play there. And now a long 3rd down, not in field goal range. Down the middle, off the hands, and incomplete. 9 minutes to go. Uh-oh, that's a big pass we gave up. Another one, man. All the way down to the end zone. They just threw it all over the place on that drive. And we trail 21-10. So here we go again. Or maybe not. They're pulling away here late. Yeah, this game's over. That was a winnable game. We're going to end up losing at 31-10. We scored first. Our quarterback turned things around, I think. Bradley, 15 for 40. Kind of a rough performance for him. And yeah, Barber ended up with a 3-touchdown day. He was like, what, 6 for 16 or whatever, and then really picked it up the rest of the game. Sonny Archer had a good week. What's our running game looking like here? I feel like I might need to emphasize that more. 49 yards for Darius McIver. How do I feel about the Jalen Hurts slander? I mean, I've never been the biggest Jalen Hurts guy, but I mean, I have been a fan of his at times. I feel like I still don't think he's like one of the top tier quarterbacks, but he is a very good player, and I definitely thought he deserved to be paid and everything. So I don't really know what the overall discourse is. Like, I think he's a good, really good starting quarterback, but just not like a top tier guy. Rivalry game, guys, against Wyoming next. Let's check out recruiting, though. Let's see if it makes sense to switch over to some hard sells, and absolutely not there. Yeah, it's taken us forever to get into these top 5 battles, so there isn't really a whole lot for me to tinker with from week to week, which I don't entirely mind. Guess we're going to be blocked out and missed here. Let's check out some of our stats now on this season. Let's see how things are trending. We're 1-4 on the season. Bradley, 48% completion percentage. Almost got us the win against San Jose State. Kind of a stinker here, a stinker here. Let's see. Let's give him 5 games and we'll reevaluate. The run game, though, definitely could be emphasized more. I've had some decent runs, too. Just might have to be a little more balanced on offense. 4 sacks. We do not get a lot of pressure overall. Why does it say Cam's hurt? Here's the injuries. We're missing right now Rashawn Brooks, Cam Davenport, and Sal Weathersby. So, wide receiver 1, cornerback 1, and then like wide receiver 4. Not a good situation. What's going on, Michael? How you doing? So it's Evans, Archer, and then take your pick. I mean, who should we give a chance to as the wide receiver 3? Justice Takeoff has the best hands. It might have to be Takeoff. 82 speed at 5'8". Ben Portilla is suddenly one of our top cornerbacks. He was one in my first recruiting class. He has star dev. All right, rivalry game against Wyoming, guys. Is this the week we can show up and maybe win? Yep, I'm on Matt's newest set, and I've been really liking it today. I'm excited to play some more Arkansas State and see what that next episode looks like. All right, don't kick me out again. At least nothing had happened. Oh boy, we're driving. Opening drive taken down to the 24. We're defending our home field against the rivals, guys. This is a big matchup. Why are you wearing your home uniform? MacIver up the middle. Yeah, definitely give the new set a look. Up the middle. MacIver overpowered. Like I said, I wanted to run the ball a little bit more in this matchup. Swing it out. Nice catch! Thankfully, he was open. Didn't like my options there. Can I do motion before I have him do his thing? No. All right. Open. Evans. And he's in! Touchdown! Troy Evans puts the opening points on the board. Without Rashawn Brooks, we need him and both Sonny Archer. Good start. All right, Wyoming putting together a good drive now. There we go. Ben Portilla knocks away a pass and keeps them from getting anything on that drive. Let's see if we can build up a little lead on these guys. What do you say? I have a feeling they're sending a whole lot of pressure here. We'll never know. Just trying to get things set. Justice takeoff. Oh my. Intercepted, intended for Sonny Archer. Big play for the Wyoming defense. Been throwing that ball a lot today, but we did not have the leverage that time. Over the middle and into the back of Marcus Calhoun. Good coverage. If y'all wouldn't mind leaving a like on the stream, I'd appreciate it. Sweeping. Gain of about 3. All right, Wyoming on 3rd down. And offline. I thought he was going to sit it down there over the middle, but they did not take the easy way out. They wanted the big play. Nice start, D. A lot of just nothing possessions here. Trading punts back and forth. Here we go. We got a little something brewing on this drive. Everett Whitfield just had a 10-yarder. Let's jump back in with the offense at the Wyoming 29. Let's get Sammy some more carries here, too. We're going to sub out McIver. He has 10 for less than 30 right now. I'm not looking to do a CPU versus CPU Dynasty this year. I'm happy doing Arkansas State and then experimenting here with the Stream Dynasty, which I'm enjoying. But I want to leave some more time for Madden on the 2nd channel, as I have not done a series at launch in a couple years. All right. 3rd down and 8. Did not have the time there. I had the tight end breaking open, so trying to extend our lead. We know these field goals have been a bit of a journey. No! You know, so many years of like just playing the wind the way I have in like Madden, I have been so screwed up the last handful of months. Oh, now we're taking inside the red zone. Let's see if we finish this drive. Austin Bradley getting it done, and eventually, do we score? We do. Sammy Hawthorne runs in a touchdown. It's 14-0. Let's highlight the defense here. You know, 2-minute drill, trying to keep it looking good going into the break. I find most of the time when kicking that, like, I'm compensating for the wind, and it's just not right. Especially when I have to aim left because I'm on, like, the right hash, and the wind is going left to right, where the direction of my kick and the direction of the wind are opposites. It's just been really bad for me. I don't know if it is for everybody else, because I don't think I've heard anything like that. Oh, come on. 3rd and 1. Just gave that up. I have been changing the camera a lot, but it's not much of a solution. Like, there are certain kicks I don't have, like, any issue with. Broke a tackle there. Got to keep them out of the end zone. It really depends if I'm on a hash. So ready for Thursday. What's Thursday? Are we getting, like, Hall of Fame game already? Chargers and Lions are Thursday. Okay. MLB trade deadline. Yeah, I'm excited to see with the deadline what all ends up happening. I think the Twins could be active if they're willing. There are a lot of players that would make sense to move. Oh, they're moving the ball too well here. Can we just keep them from scoring a touchdown? Trying to switch up the coverages. Maybe we get lucky with one of these blitzes. Nice. Have you thought about simming kicks that are short within like 30 yards? I've noticed road teams miss weak side on hash mark kicks every time. If I can't, I'm probably going to raise the kick accuracy back to the default and see what happens there. I still want to be able to see the kicks. I don't know what my overall thought is there right now because, yeah, they miss too often when it's short on a hash like that. We saw it in the Arkansas State-Iowa State game. No touchdowns, no touchdowns. The seam was open, and now can't break it up. Touchdown, Wyoming. Not many answers there. Yeah, I did hear about Classe. I want to see what ends up happening there. That's pretty crazy. High-profile player, a player who could have even been a trade deadline acquisition by a team. If, like, the Guardians were willing to take a good offer, they probably would have received one. And, of course, very interested in what they end up finding. Ooh, Kalispell ball. Let's see if we can go back up by a couple possessions now. My sliders are Matt 10's sliders. They're on Operation Sports. I don't know if he posts them anywhere else. Sammy to the outside. I did show them earlier in the stream, too. I could do it again after this. I wouldn't mind. And off the fake. Open. It's going to work. Sonny Archer, touchdown. Broke wide open that time. That one feels good. And Bradley throwing on the run. I wasn't sure about him making an accurate pass there. But they had See the collision there? That keeps them from having a chance to keep up with Sonny. Archer's the man. Let me get a little Sonny Archer shot here. Maybe he makes it into the next thumbnail. Good stuff. We have a chance at our second win, guys. Would be our most impressive win yet. Kalispell's on the move again, chewing up some time. Oh, that was a penalty that took us down inside the 5, and Sonny now runs one in to make it 27-7. Wyoming answers with a 51-yard touchdown, though. So what I want to do here, this is uncharted territory, right? I want to see us try to run some clock. Eat up some of this fourth quarter. This is a big-time rivalry game for us, yes. There we go, Sonny to the outside. Got a good block. Sonny, sideline, chased, and they can't close the gap. He goes all the way. Wow. From Sonny to Sammy. Whitfield there with the 2-for-1. He's checking over his shoulder 4,000 times, but they're not getting any closer. So, running out the clock, one option. Scoring our longest rushing touchdown of the Dynasty is another one. Ben Portilla interception. Wow. Running away with it late. Oh, we fumbled it. We could have gone up 42-14 perhaps. It's a 3-score game now. I mean, still pretty decisive. Yeah, they can't get first downs right now. This one looks like it's over, guys. Let's sim this one to the end. Kalispell wins 38-14. A big rivalry win. Thought we were going to be in for maybe a closer finish there, but Sammy Hawthorne, 104, 2 touchdowns. And that's on top of Sonny Archer's 2-touchdown game. First conference win, too. Huge. Don't forget to spec into keeping players so you can develop Portilla. Yeah, I got to take a look at some of the skill tree options. I have some points here. So we are in the tactician tree. It's the only one unlocked. And here for Scheme Guru, we can boost ratings. What you're talking about here is not in the tactician. Where is it talking about like keeping players? Where do they hide that one? Which one is that? Definitely getting to Architect will be nice. And we have to win 4 rivalry games to do it. We have like 3 or 4 rivals. So we're going to have multiple chances a year at stacking those. We need Master Motivator. Less likely to transfer. Okay. Yeah, we're a ways from having access to that one. Especially because we didn't start off as a recruiter, so that's going to be one that we want to buy when we get to level 10. But getting the Motivator at the same time and then Master Motivator within it, yeah, I think that's probably a long shot. All right. 2-4, though. This is a massive improvement for us. We get Hawaii next. That's another rivalry game. That's a huge rivalry game. We played them so many times in the original Kalispell Dynasty. All right, we're in top 5 now for Sydney Ivory. But our pitches are so bad that usually hard selling is not even going to be a good idea for us. When we get to top 5 stages here on the 4 stars, that's when I may pull some of our points to try to get some visits set up. But for now, I'm pretty happy. And we got Hawaii in the next one, guys. 10-5 for Austin Bradley here. 10 touchdown passes. Sammy Hawthorne, maybe he deserves a start after one of our best rushing performances. I'm sure McIver would still play a bit. I wouldn't mind having Sammy as the 1 there and then McIver as the top 3rd down back. Delusional confidence in me is saying Kalispell goes bowling. Oh, we have 2 wins and you're already thinking about 6. They said they fixed playing time, but it's still been broken for me having starters who are transferring because of playing time. I haven't gone through to really analyze it in my dynasties yet. I did see that Sammy had F playing time. All right, I'll let them pick the moments for us early in this game, and they're going to give us a little offense here. 67 overall Kalispell taking on, almost said Miami, Hawaii. There we go. Sammy gets through, cuts it out, and Sammy Hawthorne scores again. We can't even put together a full drive right now with this because he's just scoring too fast. Is it possible to sign walk-ons to fill out a roster? I had 36 seniors with USF. I don't think there are any walk-ons, which is a big disappointment. And like in a series, a mode where you can lose so many players, they need to have a way of just backfilling the roster with some talent you could play. I really hope they add that in, but it's not something that should have come out to begin with. 7-0 Kalispell, and now 3rd down. Pressure forces the ball out, and then it gets sloppy. I need to get a straw hat. I need Luffy's straw hat right now. I almost bought one a week ago. On the RPO, a good catch. Wrestling that football away. Really got to start creating more pressure, though. That's part of what's making defense so difficult, is we're playing too much 7-on-7. We are not built to win 7-on-7 passing tournaments right now. There might be something with some positions where an unsigned transfer comes in if below roster minimum, Yeah, hopefully there are fail-safes like that in place. I just haven't come across some myself. I just know I'm not seeing like the classic Leon Daniels caliber walk-on talent. Yeah, I need to start using stunts. I keep forgetting it's an option there, and maybe that's a way we can generate some more rush. Ooh, he changes direction, shakes a tackle. Ugh. It's kind of fun watching the CPU run the ball right now. Like, look at the position we get in here, because Calhoun's ready to eat this play right up. So, running back cuts back, has to go all the way out. The run game feels pretty dynamic right now and fun. And they're close enough now to where they're going for it. Here we go. 4th and goal from inside the 2. And overpowered by Marcus Calhoun. The captain of the defense right there. All right, 7-0. Ooh. 4 there with Sammy Hawthorne. Getting the ball out here for Troy Evans. I've subbed in Darius McIver. Good double team. McIver breaks through. First down to the 24. All right, Sonny Archer's the motion man here on this play. And we're going to go McIver's way instead. Take this one for 7. All the way out there, I can barely see. There we go. What did that say there about a shoulder? McIver, wear and tear on the shoulder. Okay, we'll sub Sammy back in. Ooh. Breaking on that slant like that is pretty nasty. I may have to do some customizing to the playbook just to give me a few more. I feel like I'm always searching for passes, and I come back to a lot of the same ones over and over again. 3rd down and 10. And what? Y'all see that animation by Sammy right there? Who does he think he is? And then he gets the first down. What was that? Sammy just reaches out. Oh, man. Look at that man right there. Sammy Beckham Jr. This ain't pregame Sammy. Oh, no. Wow, I saw that linebacker under. I did not see that guy. That was trouble. All right. Sammy Hawthorne, one of the stars of the episode. Look what this is doing for the offense. We're going to go... I was really hoping they would be keying on Sammy that time. It's all about getting to a third down we can handle. All right, let's keep Sammy in to protect. They're showing even more pressure this time. Here they come, too. Rolling. Man, I had X wide open. I'm aware. Got him! Troy Evans. 77 covering Troy Evans? What happened here? Defensive end. Well, glad we could buy enough time to exploit that matchup. First down. Troy Evans makes the catch. There it is. Touchdown, Kalispell. Started with the turnover on downs from inside the 5. I thought the guy covering takeoff might end up making a play on it. Pretty aggressive to call that on first down. You see how why is it leaning to the left? Like, center it. The wind can actually just, like, move it like that? Interesting. Juan Soto, or Vaughn Soto. I keep forgetting, is his name actually just Juan Soto? 14-0. How many rain games so far? None today. As I don't remember any. Otis Frazier with a penalty of a lifetime right there. And they stall. We'll take that all day. Troy Evans still making plays. Sacked, though, that happens. In year 3, I like to think that our offensive and defensive lines can both be a lot better. And then maybe we can start to concentrate on some other spots that could make a big difference for this team. All right, we're going to jump in here on defense and see how well we can protect this lead.
Let's go. Right.
Nice screen. What do I think about the Cardinals for a potential rebuild? I think they're a good team. They're not one I'm considering because I still think my Cardinals series was fairly recent. I want to go elsewhere, but I think they're a pretty good choice. One of the better ones maybe in the NFC. Getting a little aggressive here. If we can get a sack, it just changes everything. Oh, come on. Bring in pressure. Dumped. 3rd and 4. TJ Strong. Linebacker is down. We're going to go against 4 wide. All right, we're going to try to create a whole lot of mess here on the left side. Y'all ready for this? 3rd and 4. Pressure. Getting through. Antone Slater. Just a little too much out there. Played a lot of coverage today. It's time to get a little more aggressive. Just look at the problem there that causes. But actually, it's just Slater got off that block. Like, you didn't take him as a serious threat to make a play out there. We dial it up. Gotta do it. Whoa, I almost blocked it. Just missed, I guess. Good stuff. 14-6. Big pass. McIver, 28 yards. Fine. 28 more to Sonny. You want to see me try to cap this off? We're going to go a little play action here. And they bit. They bit. And got it. Troy Evans. I had Whitfield a little bit earlier, but that wasn't really who I wanted. And once I had saw that guy bite, I knew there wasn't anybody that was going to put pressure on Bradley for a little while. Handoff. No. Timeout. They're using them right now. Who's in here at running back? This is Washington. This is one of the generic players from the base roster because I had like 4 running backs on the original Kalispell Year 1 roster. There was a spot for another one here. We got to put Sammy back in. Third and goal. Hawthorne. Can't get in. What do you guys think here? 8-point game. 14-6. Do you go? Let's call a timeout here. QB sneak, field goal, go for it, go for it, go. We run. Sammy Hawthorne off tackle to the end zone. That was a good burst there. Sammy Hawthorne again. What a big episode here for one of my favorite players from that original Kalispell team. Oh, Marquise Walker's speed option there would have been a sick play call. I should still get some Marquise Walker in here. Hawaii, though, we're in the second half now. They score. They get their first touchdown, 21-13. And then we go 3 and out. Uh-oh. 54-yard run. Here they come, guys. Let's get back in the action.
Let's go. Break. Double, double. Ready, team. Ready, team.
Nice tackle. Marcus Calhoun. 3rd and 7's a blitzing down, guys. And he's going up top with it. And it's broken up. Nice job coming over, because I don't know one-on-one what was going to happen there. That was T.J. Garner flying over. Lead safe for now. (21-16). Troy Evans, 22 yards to start the drive. Conversion here with Hairston. All right, we have to kick a long field goal. 49 yards. Vaughn Soto makes it 24-16. So we got to see if they're able to do anything on offense now to threaten. Oh, we're at the plus 22. We have a chance to actually go up by a couple possessions now. Sliders are looking really good. I'm going to show them after the game here because I think we've had some really good games today. Sammy's going to work outside again. I attempted the juke, if you couldn't tell. It wasn't a very successful try. What? No. What happened there? Just throwing to Sonny Archer. He took it. He took it. And Hawaii is back in this game. What was that? Oh. What? How do you not knock it down or something? He catches it on your helmet. They're not trying to tie it yet. Man, though, a 2-score game versus 1 point. Well, I guess we have some work to do now. Austin Bradley trying to lead us down. We'll go play action. Dump that to Whitfield. It's a gain of 3. There we go. Sammy. Back to the play action game. Looking for Whitfield. Nice catch. They gave us a first down on that even. Cutting through, Sammy Hawthorne. Run game's been pretty fun. $20 carries for Sammy. We might have to give it to McIver a little bit more here late in the game. I switched to backup running back. Why didn't it do the sub? I told it to. 3rd and 2. Right up the middle. Sammy. spinning to the 35. I'm enjoying the play action game too. They try to blitz. Wide. No, you can't call a flag there. Ineligible man downfield. Why are you down there? He was selling the run so hard. He's 4 yards downfield. Where's McIver? Sammy. 7 yards, a 100-yard day now for Hawthorne. McIver checks in. We gain 1. So from here, it's a 49-yard field goal, which is iffy. Got him. Oh, I was hitting X. Snap the ball. Where's my free play? Oh my, he threw it way behind Troy Evans. Fourth and 7. Oh my God, that's terrible. One-point game. This ain't good. Yeah, why is there issues with snapping the ball? Oh, we got pressure. What? How do we not sack him there? We're so bad at finishing these plays. The RPO game is pretty nasty, too, from the CPU. Uh-oh, big run. Can anybody stop him? Hawaii's in field goal range now. Can we keep them from scoring a touchdown? It's a throw to the 10. So we know we're going to have time afterwards. But man, we had this game really set up well until that lucky interception bailed them out. Then a missed field goal. Here's a direct snap to the running back. Handoff right into Marcus Calhoun. Handoff on second down. Nice job. They're not going to be, well, unless they get like 7 yards here. I just don't want them close enough to think about going for it on fourth down. I'm still playing fairly aggressive here, trying to create pressure. No extra help here protecting. And Davis is run down eventually. All right. Chance Coates gets the sack. So Hawaii has a tying field goal try now. And they kick it right down the center. (26-24), 2:14 left to go. Here we go. Field goal is all we're asking, depending on how much time is on the clock when we kick it. Austin Bradley hoping for win number 3 right here. Yeah, I can't, like, snap it for, like, 5 seconds after a fake try there. I was just so thrown off by that, waiting for the ball to get snapped. That needs to get patched, like, 3 weeks ago. There's no point in doing a hard count, because you're just going to screw yourself up. Nice! Third down. They're really going to leave no one over Hairston here? Or are they dropping out somebody? They got to be dropping someone. They don't. Wow. Hit him. No. You're kidding me. All right, guys, 4th and 9. We are going to go here. Pressure's coming right through, man. Touchdown, Hawaii. Unbelievable. What a colossal just embarrassment this has become. They bring 6. McIver says, oh, I can't pick up either one. We have an immobile quarterback. And a linebacker sitting there in the middle means we need more time. That was gross. Just over a minute to go here. Not a really good chance at all. Nice catch there by Takeoff. I know I should use my timeouts, but I'm not getting an onside kick. So I'm trying to see if I can get any sort of big play to happen. That's dropped. Somehow there, Archer makes the catch. Over 300 yards passing. Up top now. Batted down. That should be unnecessary roughness. I've seen it before. All right. So I'm going to hit the field goal there, at least get that. And then we need the onside Vaughn Soto, and it's scooped up by Hawaii. That's it. Man, we blew that game bad. 33-27, Hawaii ends up taking it. Had a chance against them last year and failed too. I might do a little bit more. I wanted to try getting through the season today, but I've been spending so much time in these games that I haven't moved quick enough to just blow through the schedule. But it's been fun. I've had a good time playing the games. That's a rough loss right there for sure. Especially for a team that hasn't had that many. What's taking so long here? Yeah, the servers did slow us down for a while there. We've still gotten a lot of action in at least. What's going on? I love trap games until it happens to me. See, the thing is they were even a better team. Like, we were like their trap game. All right, so what should I do here? Just reload the game because I have not seen this just hang here before. It crashed. Now, when does it actually save the file? Because, I mean, I played the game to entirety. I left the game, as you do after it's over. I guess I'm going to have to reload and we'll see what happens because it ain't moving. But stuff like that is why I try to keep a lot of my stuff in offline franchise. I think especially near the launch of a game because that's when you're probably going to have the most issues. Potentially. I mean, we've seen some cloud issues over the years and lost files in Madden. That was a problem. All right. Back in the game. I'm just going to hit continue and see what it throws me into. It saved the game. It's saved. Yep, you'll draft reset bug. Oh, another rivalry game on the schedule. They gave us 3 in a row here. Well, I made the schedule partially, so Minnesota's here because I put them on. How about Sammy Hawthorne? 5.1 yards per carry is our starter. This has been awesome. But the deal breaker for him, I forgot I'm blocking some of this stuff here like it's an F. Even though he's been getting some playing time. Like I could understand if he was mad he wasn't starting and now it's going to take some time to get better. But why is it an F? He has 49 touches. Just carries. It's based off of overalls. I know they factor in playing time a little bit in this game, though. All right, I might want to get some points set aside to do some visits. Or a visit. Not this battle, though. All right, I'm cutting 10 from someone else's battle then. Not a pass rusher. I need pass rush help bad. All right, we're doing pretty well here, so I can afford to probably cut 10. Because I want to get Raheem Rich a visit. Man, pro potential's his deal breaker. That's not great, but even if we could bring him in for a year, even just a year of a difference-making player could help the program, right? Week 12 against Boise. Pro potential is a B. What do you guys think? Should we do the visit on pro potential there? Unless his third motivation is play time, we're not going to do better. Are you going to beat Boise State? I don't know about that. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be one of his. All right, guys. The plan is to get rich or die trying. We got to get him on this team. Let's go face Minnesota quick now. We're 2-5. They're 2-4, though. It's a down year for the Gophers. This might be our last game of the day, and then I look at our next stream like ending the season, getting into the off season, getting to year 3. Would that sound like a good plan? Now we got a rain game. No other videos today. This was going to be it for me. I am looking to probably do Johnny Sampson tomorrow, which would be the finale. And then I'm going to get into some playoffs with my Marlins franchise and get to work on the next Arkansas State video, man. That's so unsettling when he does that. Stop that, Goldie. Let's do the opening drive, and then we'll do a bunch of simming and settle in. Can I play Mizzou next year? We'll see. We'll see what makes sense. I have to see what caliber of team. You know, I always like having a tougher game on the schedule, especially if they're ranked. I at least want like one top 15-ish team per year so we can measure how far we've come in that time. Thank you for the super chat. And let's see how well we can compete here on the road in Minnesota. After the letdown in Hawaii. The weather was so much better. Let's just go back. Our last day with Joe Book. Or is it? Who knows? Hairston. Gain of 6. There we go, McIver. Where's Sonny, though? Or Sammy? Wear and tear on him is not bad at all. Yeah, that was just, I guess, the McIver formation. Just trying to set the tone early, guys. Get Troy there on the outside, a little 5.5 yarder. I'm glad we're seeing Troy Evans again. To be honest, I didn't think it would happen again until like I made an arena football team. Because I think Troy Evans would be a really good arena football player. He could be the next T.T. Tolliver. You guys know T.T. Tolliver? He has like 1,500 career catches, like the Jerry Rice of arena football. How many catches did T.T. Tolliver have? Play action. Good coverage. We'll just get Troy for 4. 1,258 catches in the Arena League. I was watching arena football like 12 years ago. Here comes T.T. Tolliver just every play. He could play. Bradley takes off. And he gets the first down. Takes a while to get those feet loose when they're in the cement like that. Minnesota trying to create pressure. Come on, Bradley. I can't even move around with the guy. He's so slow. Wide open. McIver. Got to at least get something here, and a 52-yard field goal is not the most ideal. And we head to the air looking for Sonny Archer and 2 defenders in the area. Can Vaughn Soto hit a 52-yarder? The wind is blowing in at 16. If you think I'm making this kick, you have more faith in me than I do. So we come up a little shy there. All right, Minnesota ball. 3rd down and 7. Knocked away T.J. Garner. My hometown, Indianapolis, just got an arena team this year. Really? Now, the Arena League doesn't exist anymore, does it? What's the league? I couldn't remember if they folded or if they went on, like, hiatus. All right. Still scoreless here in the first. Minnesota not having a whole lot better luck than we are. 3rd down and 8. Stalled. And punt. Almost done here in the first quarter, and no one scored. Intercepted TJ Strong. Short field. Don't mind if I do. Heading outside was Sammy, and somehow one didn't catch us there. I really don't want to have to settle here, but I know switching to the second quarter, the wind's going to be at our back if we do have to kick. Much there opening up, so we're gonna go bring out Vaughn Soto. Kick is just good there. I'm playing the wind like it's gonna take it a mile. It's 16 miles per hour. Usually in these games that's like hurricane force, and it barely just moved it from one side of the upright to the other in that case. We have a lead on the road. We continue to get first downs. 3rd and 10. Oh, 29 Justice takeoff. Sammy through the middle again inside the 15. So is like the wind not that big of a deal now? Oh, sailed that one. That's dangerous territory right there. Run game feels so good. Like, in terms of, like, it feels right. It feels balanced. So how do we get this into the end zone now? Or at least a first down. Pass. Diving! That's Justice Takeoff's music! Touchdown! Wow! Justice Takeoff, the true freshman. He's 5'8". He has 82 speed, which operates more like 79 here in the rain. How about that? We're talking 10-0 on the road here. All right. And Minnesota just cannot establish drives. Although they just got a pretty good return and a very short field in this case. Second down and 10. Chased upfield and a 9.5-yard pickup there. This will be my last game of the day, guys. I'm getting hungry. Barnett in the shotgun. 3rd and inches. There we go. Tackle is made by TJ Strong, who picked up an interception earlier. Making more plays, guys. Kick is up. Minnesota's on the board. Oh, no. Intercepted. Short field Gophers. Bradley got picked. What's the speed parity at? 48. Oh, yeah, on the way out, I'll show off the sliders. I forgot to after our previous game. It ran a bit long. Spinning, looking for options. Third down and 7 for the Gophers. Have to get inside the 1. Time here and room to scramble in. Touchdown Gophers. All right, the lead has disappeared suddenly. 3 minutes to go now in the first half. And Austin Bradley can't get anything going. We go 3 and out. Gophers starting to build some momentum here. Come on, try to run some clock here and get this to halftime as soon as possible. Nice. Halftime, to make it to half tied is pretty impressive. Not many big plays for Minnesota. TJ Strong, man. So many plays today. Just kept them from getting a field goal on that drive. But this is an ugly little rain game we got here. Trying to get us to the fourth quarter. And Minnesota's finally putting together a second half possession. But I think we just got an interception or something. TJ Strong again. And then we threw it right back to him. Another pick for Bradley. TJ Strong is everywhere. This is the game of his life. Minnesota has a 41-yard field goal. This is for their very first lead. And they'll get it. I can't wait to see Strong's numbers at the end. But man, Austin Bradley's got to be looking pretty rough right now. Man, the passing numbers for Minnesota are dreadful. 10 of 30 with 2 picks for Bradley. I think we got to see Marquise Walker come in. The pass game is just not getting it done here. Yeah, TJ Strong is having probably the best game of anybody on defense in this little dynasty so far. We'll have to check his stats at the end, of course. But right now we got a game. And now getting Marquise Walker in there, we can run a little bit of option and divvy up some carries his way and maybe have a chance at still winning this. Average Big Ten football game. You're not wrong. Downfield for takeoff. I thought we have him there. Third down and 9. Pass outside. Evans hitting the back. Incomplete. Gotta play some more defense. And had to punt into the wind too. Doesn't make it any easier. So where's TJ Strong, man? He's right here. Number 43. They run away from him. And still going. Finally brought him out of bounds. They pick up some pressure, but not all of it, and that is Calhoun who gets the sack. Getting more aggressive here when they cross the 50, just trying to get negative plays that can give us a chance at not giving up another touchdown. Second down and 16 now, and sacked again. 4 sacks for Kalispell. We had like 4 through our first 5 games. That's Lewis Towns. All right, we'll play the safeties back deep. Everybody's accounted for here. And it's going to go short off the hands. Nicely done. Good sequence. There we go. And, ooh, I thought I was going to have a little bit cleaner break there, but we're going to take a first down there all day. Now I can call some play action, too, here with Walker. Man, I don't know why he had, like, automatically started working to the left there. I was just going to slow everything up. McIver checks in. That's a good 8 right there. This run game is showing some improvement today. We're going to try to manufacture us a little first down right here. We got Sonny Archer, the playmaker. 3rd and 2. Get it to him. Let him work outside. Sonny, Sammy, Strong. Those guys are balling out today best they can. Yeah, we had like 6 sacks the first season. So I think we're making some improvements here. Oh, I wanted to take off there, and Sammy didn't ever release. This time he does. Getting open. Very close to the sticks. Nice job. Give me Darius McIver here checking in. There we go. We can take our time and everything. Whitfield, the tight end. That's 1. Now that we're getting into Minnesota territory, I could see us using all 4 downs this time if we need to. McIver. Couldn't juke him out, but that's a good pickup. Nice. Darius McIver makes the catch. I do kind of like the look here, guys, for speed option. Flipped it awkwardly. McIver gets 9. Yeah, this is such a grind here. This game, like, already is such a slower, more defensive game, but this feels like it's going to be a 30-play drive as Sammy gets us the conversion. Yeah, we could start chewing clock, absolutely, in this situation. How's our season going? We're 2-5 right now. We've been in some games that we lost, but this here would be the biggest upset if we pull it off. Throwing outside, and it's incomplete, so we're not hitting the warning there. Troy Evans can't hear us here. I'm telling him to turn the drag into a slant. And could not even get it there to Sonny Archer. It's 4th and 10. Kick is good. We're tying the game now at 13. 15-play field goal possession that was. And now, someone's got to break this tie. Nice coverage. What do we got, guys? We didn't come this far to lose. Keeping it with the quarterback, and first down Gophers. Thanks for the Joe Book series on the other channel. I really love the quarterback play there. Yeah, one of my best quarterback series ever is the Joe Book Road to Glory. Minnesota back to throw again. He's hit. Keeps the football, though. Second down and 2. The pressure ain't getting there. Oh, we can't break it up. We are in such trouble right now. They're at our 47. Minnesota starting to pick us apart, and the scrambling too. I'm going to have to, yeah, I need a new option here. The issue too is they got the wind now at their back. I had to kick into the wind. He's catching everything. Sending pressure this time. Hoping for a mistake. End zone caught. Touchdown, Minnesota. Man. We almost got there, too. Quarterback is hit as soon as he lets that go. Ben Portilla, the freshman, he gets beat. So now we're down 7. If we can get a touchdown, I'll be going for 2, most likely. With 58 seconds, 2 timeouts. Here we go again, backs against the wall. Trying to get off to a good start with a little slot screen here. Troy Evans! What a jump start right there. How about that play? Right to midfield we go. 25. Too much hesitation there. Gonna have to burn one. He launches that ball for Troy Evans, and it gets denied. Wanted to get at least one vertical shot off here. Let's see how far back they go here. Looking for takeoff. Justice takeoff, 12-yard catch. 4th and 3. I actually like a slip screen here. Especially with how they're going to back off. I really like the slip screen. Gotta convert, Sammy. Out there. In space. First down. 26 seconds. Now we're going to go for Archer. That's a first down. 12 seconds left. Yeah, we absolutely, if we score now, go for 2 with the time. Hairston! Oh, nearly picked. And now it's going to come down to this play right here with 4 seconds to go. Justice takeoff is going to head to the end zone. Here we go. Game on the line here with 4 seconds to play. Floated. End zone. Intercepted. Minnesota and PJ Fleck keep us from pulling off the upset. Yeah. We're getting progress with this team. We've had a lot of close games, a lot of fun ones. But there's still more work to do. I'm excited to see what a year 3 could look like. We have a couple wins and then just we're competitive, we're tough. So my plan then in the next stream will be to probably get through the last 4 games a little bit quicker. Now that it's not looking like we're going to be bowl eligible or anything, like we'd have to win out. Oh, TJ Strong, man. Yeah, he did everything he could for us to try and win that game. We got to see his stats overall on the day. That was fun, though. I really enjoyed this stream. Even if we only got to 7 games, we played a lot. That was a lot of action. TJ Strong had 7 tackles, 3 for a loss, 2 sacks, 2 interceptions. Absolutely stuffing the stat sheet. Even had 41 interception return yards. Yeah, how many plays per game are we getting now? Because I switched off at doing the play the moments. This was 75 to 61. That's pretty sim right there. Not too bad. How about the Hawaii game? That was 76 to 62. We're getting a lot of plays per game. 74 to 73. 69 to 60. Yeah, I hope y'all have had fun with this. I definitely want to continue the Kalispell stream series. I was happy to see that so many came to watch today as we battled through some technical issues, but are still going strong here. Hey, Sammy Hawthorne's playing time's a D- now. It's no longer an F. Don't leave for your senior year, Sammy. That'd be the worst decision. Yep, sliders. I will show sliders. We might even get Rashawn Brooks back. Yeah, I think he's healthy again. With Brooks back, I definitely think we can get at least 1 or 2 more wins. Heisman sliders, of course. But I thought the games today played great. You know, there are definitely some issues in CFB 26, but when the game's playing like this, I still have a really good time. So this is Matt 10's version 4. The Operation Sports Forums will have his full list if you want to check it out there. And yeah, I hope to do this again sometime this week. As I wrap up the Johnny Sampson / Joe Book series, it may be a little bit easier to sneak in another one of these as I balance out the Marlins postseason with the games I'm playing in Arkansas State. But that's going to do it for this one, everybody. And then we're going to move on. Year 3 with Kalispell has a chance to be even better. I wanted to take a look at our recruiting quick just to see, make sure everything's still good to go. Yeah, we're going for players no one cares about, apparently. It's weird. What playbook is Arkansas State offense using? I'm just using the Arkansas State playbook. So I will definitely be customizing it, but so far I have not. Anyway, guys, that's all for me today. Thank you so much for coming to the stream. This was an awesome time, and we'll do it again soon. Have a great day, everybody. See ya in the next one.